artist you have. What's the connection between you both? I'm sure there's a connection for both of you to get in a studio and make music together and actually becomes a hit. There must be a connection between you two. What's the connection? What's the connection from Omarion to Diamond? What you saw in Diamond? What is it that you saw in that? And you say to yourself, I want to collaborate with Diamond. And the same to you, Diamond. What did you see in Omarion that made you think, like, I'd really want to have a song with Omarion? My other question is, Omarion, tell us your prediction of after the launching of A Boy from Tandale. Where do you think Diamond Platnumz will be, especially in the United States? What will be the effect of it? Do you think it's going to be bigger? What do you think about it? What's your prediction? And then another thing, Diamond Platnumz, you said, you have a label, Wasafi, right? You have several artists from Tanzania. There's ones that you posted a post and saying that you're going to actually have an office here of Wasafi in Kenya. What are you looking at when you're coming to Kenya? Are you planning to actually bring in artists from Kenya, from Rwanda, anywhere in Africa? Tell me about that. And also, Omarion and Diamond.
Too many questions, miss.
I know.
I forgot the first one. I was like, what the hell?
That's why I said I'm going to be fast.
Can you do the last one, please?
Yeah, this is the last one.
Thank you.
Omarion.
Was ready. You was ready, though.
I was so goddamn ready.
You were ready, though.
I am so ready. Omarion, have you listened to the album, A Boy from Tandale?
No, I haven't heard any of the gems. I heard a few songs, but I haven't heard the album in its entirety.
Right.
And, you know, that's important, you know, to hear it from the top to the bottom.
Yes. Now,
okay, go ahead. You go ahead.
Just tell me, from the few songs that you heard, what's the best song that you like?
The song that we did. What you talking about? Why didn't you ask me that?
There must be another one that must be the best,
Okay,
for sure.
I done learned Swahili on the song. I'm singing Swahili on the song. You ain't never heard an American sing Swahili.
I want to hear that.
Not even Beyonce is singing Swahili, okay?
So you're
She did a whole Spanish album.
Not even Ricky Ross did it, imagine. That's all. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, what was your first question?
Yeah, I forgot the first one too.
I think she asked, the first question was...
what did we see in one another?
Each other?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, I think I've answered that question already. But then speaking of, you see, connection or bond. It's like, you know, there's no way you can make it if you're not a great artist, right? So and apart from that, for us just being a musician, there's already a connection already. There's a connection already that's bringing us together. And apart from that, I said here, I've been singing Omarion songs since when I never even thought if I can become a musician. So for me, like, I had all the reason why I have to have Omarion in my album. So, and good thing is sometimes I can say it's like, you may be lucky. I may be lucky because you may like a person, like you love to work with him or like to work with her, but sometimes he may not want to do it and you cannot force it. But Omar is one of the humble guys I've ever met in my life. I can say that. And he's really trying to make sure that whatever that I have or whatever that I'm doing, he can push me. Like he can take my music to somewhere that I haven't got yet. And sometimes that's what we all need because there's no way you can get far if there's no person that can hold your hand. And he's been there since. So I'm sure, and from what he's been doing, he's trying, for him to come to my album launch, you can see how the value of that thing, how he's trying to make sure that he support my music. So the bond and the connection, sometimes you don't even have to tell, you can even see it by yourself. And speaking of having a WCB branch here, the main point of having a WCB was Wasafi branch here, because we have a lot of Kenyan artists, right? But I believe they still have a lot of up and coming artists who are not there yet. So if I can get opportunity to help them and to take them to the road, why shouldn't I do that? And sometimes it's not about me. It's not about money. That thing doesn't mean money. It just needs connection. If there's a real good, talented kid who can sing better, maybe he's from Kenya, and maybe I know a person like Omarion, I'm sure he will be willing as well to help that kid. Because at the end of the day, we all want to, we will have to give back to community. That's the main goal. And you never know, we just want to leave better and good legacy. Like, it's not about getting money. It's not about getting females. It's not about having good cars. It's about the day you go to the grave, I mean, what will you leave to your community and all that? Because that's what we're trying to do. And that's the reason why I wanted to have a WCB record label here. So maybe at least I can help other artists.
As far as Diamond, I think that well, first of all, we was introduced through the music, okay? Because they sent the song first before I get to do any research or know anything. So I'm just listening to the intent. I'm just listening to the intent. And when I heard the song, I was like, okay. You know, and when I did my research, there was just an instant connection. And I think now understanding, like, you know, his album, I feel like, in a way, I'm kind of, you know, the boy from the neighborhood too, you know, or from the city. You know, I've been entertaining since I was 14, so a lot of people forget that I was actually a kid because I grew up in front of everyone. But a lot of the times, like, I'm connected to a lot of kids or a lot of young people that may not have, you know, the resources and the motivation to continue to go on. So I see this as a very, very unique opportunity to shed light and to continue to motivate artists all around the world. You know, like, we from two different places, but we here, you know, and we're here to motivate people. And like you said, it's not really about you know, the glitz and the glamour, even though that's nice, okay, because I got some rings on my finger and a chain. But we're here, more importantly, to just motivate people. So the connection is music, and the connection is motivation.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, we have a long day and night ahead of us. So I'm just going to allow 2 more people. I'm going to allow you and 1 more person. Please understand. Okay, anyone, her and him, and we'll be done with the Q&As.
It's good to have you guys here. For Diamond, this is for you. Now that you say that you're trying to help Kenyans who are musicians in Kenya who don't have the opportunity to work with, to get the platform to make their music, and they have talent, does that mean that you're also going to be working with any celebrities that are already there in Kenya? Because last time we heard of you and a Kenyan artist was Akothe. Lovely song, by the way. And OMARION, because now you're saying we'll be seeing you a lot, and we're happy about that.
Hey, now.
Are you planning to work with a Kenyan artist? And can you tell us who that is? Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, I think there's no way you can make it if you don't want to call with fellow musicians and people in the industry. And there's no way we can have WCB Wasafi branch here if we don't want to work with Kenyans, because that's the main goal. Speaking of Tanzania, already decided. So we want to do something here, because I believe in one way or another, there's still a chance of helping the young kids who are in the street, because those are the kids most of the time I'm focusing on. Because I believe they have something, but they can't get there. So maybe if I get opportunity, I can be able to help them. And I will also love to work with other Kenyan artists as well, because it's a pleasure to me.
I think I'm still exploring Kenya and Kenyan artists, and I'm so happy to explore, you know, the sound, and also, you know, like I said, you know, lend my creativity, you know, where it's needed. So wherever it's needed, you know what I'm saying? If it's in wherever, it's a part of being an artist. You know, you got to share, and you know, you got to be available. So yeah.
Okay, one last question.
Okay, thank you. My name is Roro Cairo from Potentash, and I have 2 questions, one of which you sort of answered. So regarding Kenyan artists, and especially those who are upcoming, are there any collaborations that are actually on the way, or now is it Wasafi Records that is going to come and scout for those artists? And then my second question was to reiterate what was asked before from the launch in Kenya. Where does the tour take you, just from Kenya?
Well, what was your first question, sorry?
Okay.
What was your first question?
From are you looking at any upcoming artists to collaborate with, or is that from the record Wasafi?
it's not about just doing a collab with artists from Kenya. It's about having a proper, like WCB Wasafi branch here that can be empowering or can be revealing the new talents and take them from the scratch to where they can reach. And for me, working with anybody, as I say, it's a pleasure to me. That's why you see most of my WCB Wasafi artists I've done songs with. So I'll be working with them. Apart from that, it's not about me working with them. Working with me doesn't mean that they get bigger, but how can I make them become bigger and maybe they can achieve their goals at the end of the day, helping their families, because that's the main point. Yeah. And speaking of the tour, I say I try to make sure that this tour goes everywhere that my music reach. So after here, we're going to have Tanzania, we may have Rwanda, we may have Nigeria, we may have South Africa. So it's very hard for me to tell you right now until I get a report from the team.
Okay. I would like to take this time to thank everyone. The Fourth Estate, thank you very much. I'd like to take this time to thank Safaricom. I'd like to take this time to thank Wasafi Records, Diamond Platinum. I'd like to thank Omarion. I would like to thank Songa and everyone who's been involved, More Sound, and everybody else who's been involved in putting this together. We have a long day. Immediately after this, Diamond is going to take a place on that side, and Omarion also. And we can do just... Lois, please. Lois, let everybody see you. Put your hand up.